My name is Monica Gituba. I work in KRA in a department known as Domestic Taxes Department under Taxpayer Services. Today we are going to be covering minimum tax, which is a newly introduced tax. This tax was introduced on 1st January 2021 and it is liable on business income at 1% of the gross sales. This will be paid in installments. So traditionally, businesses have been paying taxes based on their taxable profit, and they do that in installments payable on or before the 20th of the 4th, 6th, 9th, and 12th month. So if your year of income runs from 1st of January to 31st of December, then your 4th month is April, your 6th month is June, your 9th month is September, and your 12th month is December. If you have a different year of income, for example, a year running from May to April, then your 4th month is August, your 6th month is October, your 9th month is January, and April is your 12th month. So on or before the 20th of the 4th, 6th, 9th, and 12th month, you'll be expected to pay the minimum tax or installment tax due. So beginning 1st of January 2021, businesses will now be required to do an additional calculation. This is what we call the minimum tax at 1% of the gross sale. For example, in the first quarter, we have the months of January, February, and March. So on or before the 20th, make the calculation of the minimum tax versus the installment tax payable. Compare the two amounts and pay the higher of the two. In the second quarter, you do the same thing. Compare the minimum tax payable versus the installment tax due and pay the higher of the two. At the end of the accounting period, when you do your final books and you get your final tax liability, you will be able to reduce that final tax liability with either the minimum tax paid or the installment tax paid during the year. If you have made a loss in that year of income, then the minimum tax paid will be a final tax. The rate of minimum tax is 1% of gross sales. This means that you'll not be allowed to deduct any expenses from the sales you make in the period. For example, the quarter, January, Feb, and March, add your sales, and that will be the base of determining the minimum tax payable. Installment tax is still applicable. Remember, installment tax is based on your taxable profits and your last year's tax liability. So you're still expected to estimate your installment tax due and compare the same with the minimum tax due and pay the higher of the two. The following incomes are exempt from the provisions of minimum tax: employment income, income that is exempt from tax under the Income Tax Act, income that is subject to capital gains tax, income that is taxable through residential rental income tax or the turnover tax regime, and income from the extractive sector. For more information, kindly visit our website at www.kra.go.ke.